Hello, friends. I have had the pleasure lately to work with a number of empaths who have really been able to highlight some of the impacts that we all have been exposed to in this lifetime. And one of the amazing pieces of the new energy is how well we are able to release the energy of that. But sometimes that is because we need to actually talk about what happened to us. From an energetic point of view, this is where being so sensitive and loving and aware of other people to the point where we don't want to hurt them, we don't want to upset people, we are aware of the impact it has on them. And so even as young people in the old patriarchal energy, when there was a situation where somebody had to lose, empaths made the conscious choice to make sure that it wasn't the other person. So there are a lot of incredibly kind, loving, gifted people in this world with us who have huge injuries from bearing the brunt of this hurt. And even when there's subconscious choices, there's still choices to be sure to be kind, to be sure to be loving. And that manifests sometimes in a self-sabotage version of I'm the one who needs to be heard or needs to not have my needs met because it's more important than have the belief that I hurt somebody else. So our kind of recoil, or this reverberating impact injury that we have of either being the one who wears the brunt of something when there's the win-lose scenario, so that somebody else doesn't, or those times when we did choose us and somebody else was hurt, and as empaths we felt that response too, so then we now have their injury as well. And so this belief that we are not going to be allowed to choose what's right, what's good for everybody without somebody getting hurt. And that is in the old energy. So in that patriarchal, in the last few millenniums, we have, somebody has had to lose. And now that we're in the matriarchal energy where it's win-win, we are able to make choices about how we choose to respond in situations energetically, which feels like the better energy, which feels like you want to lean into it or resonates with you. And sometimes that is that somebody will get hurt or somebody else is not going to get what they want, if that is part of their development journey. So our understanding now that everybody wins, that the people who have lessons they're working on get to do the lessons, rather than that holding space that rescuing created, that people didn't get to move forward. Now we have this new version, and I believe for the empaths in the world who have not been able to have manifestations proving how love-worthy they are, you are, how important and special and precious that you are. Now you're going to be allowed to make choices that honor and celebrate you and still honor and celebrate other people. And with this, we get to release the old pattern. We get to go, I don't have to hold the memory of when I lost or when I hurt somebody by not losing. We get to go, and that was how it was meant to be. We can honor it. We can appreciate it. We can still discuss it, but we don't need to carry it. If you could imagine a cloak of all the hurt and injuries we've suffered and been able to take it up, shake it out and leave it in the sun to clear, And I've been so excited for the amount of love and joy that is possible for people who have suffered so much for so long. Now that I can see that they are able to release it lovingly, and that they don't have to hide from the world in case they have an engagement, a relationship, an interaction where they have to make that horrible, hard choice anymore. So being out amongst people, meeting people, moving back into relationships don't have the cost that they have had for you in the past. The pain, the injury. I use the word impact for being impacted by the empath, knowledge and feeling and sensibilities. So that impact, injury, the risk is not so high and the costs are not so big. That you are able to relate and be with people and lovingly allow them to have their journey and really honor and respect your right to your journey and your value as well as theirs. And here is where the gift of this new piece is coming in, that we are now able to go, I am worth loving. I am in my supreme energy, and coming into your warrior or your goddess body and knowing that it's yours to celebrate and to be loved. We can receive hugs and touch and kindness. We can have beauty around us and comfort, have clothing that is soft and warm and comfortable or beautiful, or gifting a piece of an image or energy. There's no wrong version in this. But that we're doing it from a place of wanting to be ourselves and knowing that we are going to be received on whichever level, by whoever is in front of us. And in turn, as we're putting that energy of ourselves out, we are attracting the energy back. Because with these new energies in this time, our 2020s, our tribes are on the same vibration. They are coming to us. We are finding them. We are meeting them gently because they know that we needed it to be safe and easy. But now that we're in this space and this place where our ability to love so deeply and so openly, which is the mark of the empath, we can do this in a celebration space where we are loving somebody because we want to share our love or our vision of them, and we are receiving love because we have remembered. That's what we came here for, not loss, not loneliness, not sabotage, not interacting with that plethora of narcissists that we needed to really see our value, but for us to be now in front of people and around people who see our value, and we get to see their value without that cost, that impact, injury. So I felt like now is a time to share this and for you to take time to start celebrating that for yourself, to start playing with that opportunity of trusting that everybody is on their right path, from people in the corner store and children over to politicians and artists and creators. Like, we are really all in the exact right place and space and body. But here, you don't take responsibility for somebody else's journey anymore. You're no longer receiving the impact from those decisions, but being allowed to honor your energy, what resonates with you, what you need from people, and finally being willing to receive that because you're safe. You're safe to receive. You are worth receiving all of that love. Thank you for your time and for listening to this, but I do hope also that you've moved through some of these energies of the innate healing that comes in them. Pleasure to see you as usual. From one empath to another. Have a wonderful day.